Comrade, welcome back to part 2 of the Bay of Pigs. The capitalist scum are launching an invasion of Cuba. We've been able to harass and eliminate some of their escorts, but plenty of their ships remain. Our key remains sinking the landing ships. That's our objective. That's what we will do. Welcome to part 2, the Bay of Pigs. Speaking of work to be done, there's a couple of Mark 46 torpedoes. 3 of them, in fact, so it's not just from one helicopter, that kindly got very close to the B-103. My submarine. My submarine was snorkeling, so sure enough, I was making a lot of noise. And I doubt very much that I'm going to be able to survive this. They're active. Oh god, that's the end of that sub. I was snorkeling too much and too close, apparently. And I think it... Nah, it couldn't have been the gearing. The gearing's way too far. So how did they drop a couple of Mark 46s this close without using a helicopter? Because that helicopter's all the way over there. Yeah, she's dead. She's been hit. Once. Twice. Going third time. Damn it, and I had high hopes for this torpedo submarine. 8 torpedoes. It would have been extremely useful. But she's just completely screwed. Look at that. Everything's destroyed. I can try and have her surface, but I'd rather doubt that she still has any control over the boat. Moderate flooding. Oh. Hold on a minute. Is that a P3? Because that would be annoying. What are you? You're not a business jet. You're not an airliner. Nice try. I don't know what that is. But I'm assuming it's hostile. The only platform that could drop a couple of torpedoes in quick succession and make it to the B-103 in time is a P3. A P3 Orion that decided to listen, figure out, hold on, there's something out there, and kill it. Unless they picked up the snorkel mast on radar, which is possible. I mean, the gearings are doing 25 knots. They're not that likely to detect me, right? And these guys still don't know how to drop sonobuoys. I didn't have a helicopter this close, so that has to have been an aircraft. Do you guys still come with a tail gunner? You do. Want to see if you can score an accidental kill? Leave the formation. We're going hunting, boys. It's going to be a very unorthodox way of killing a P3. Just by trying to fly past it and using the tail gunner. But at this point, I'd very much hate to lose the K1. And, well, that P3 is a massive threat. Although, it only has 1 torpedo left. And that's assuming that they dropped 3 torpedoes on the B-103. I mean, it's possible that they still have torps left. I just don't exactly know. There we go. Koons class destroyer. With 35 mile range. A hefty interior umbrella. Air search. Can't see him. Bit of 1,000 feet. Is there any chance you guys can still engage that gearing? Hello. We found him. He's still at 978 feet. Let's try and meet up with him. He has his radar active again. I just don't fully understand what they're doing. It says mid-level ingress, but their weapon already has range. It is set to engaging, so they're trying to use it, but... Oh, now you're... Hell? You're going to 16,000 feet? Okay, I guess we have to launch these from very high up. Let's hunt down that P3. Just so we can keep the K1 safe. Climb, 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 climb. I very much doubt we can get the gearing, because the Coons is right there guarding it. But these missiles are quick. Maybe that's going to allow them to go through. 50 miles away from the gearing, 60 miles away from the Coons. We should be fine. Just need to find that plane. All my bombers are now getting a radar warner receiver. So it's possible that... Is it Galveston that launched something? The Rim 8? I don't think so, because the Rim 8's a beam rider. So it wants to follow the line of sight from a radar beam. At least initially. But we're definitely picking something up here. What is that? There's the aircraft again. We have them on visual. They're 12 miles out. I'm doing 400 knots. They're doing 200 knots. This is going to greatly upset people who are going for... Oh, but this is entirely unrealistic. I know. Isn't it wonderful? We're going to shoot down a P3 just by approaching it with a Tu-16K. And using the tail gunner to potentially get a hit on it. Yep, it's a P3. 3 miles out. There you are. I want to try not to ram it. I just want to kind of get in front of it. Loiter. Get in front of it. Turn. Get the tail gunner in action. It is a mile out. What's the range on that tail gun? 1.5 miles. I'll take it. Yes! Fuck you. Ah, we finally got a missile in the air. Nice. Took me long enough. In the meanwhile, there you go, a Rim 8 has taken out one of my Tu-16s. So yes, we have a missile in the air going for the gearing, but at the expense of the bomber. You win some, you lose some. There's the Galveston, there's an Austin-class landing platform dock. And another, and most likely another. So those are the real targets. Those are the real bad guys. I'm gonna have you hold back. I'm gonna kill off that gearing. Maybe one missile can do it, maybe it can't. Let's see what sort of results we're gonna get. We have lost connection. Crap, I should have probably been talking this thing into the target. But then again, these are supposedly capable of going after their own targets. Right? Uh-oh. Radar warning receiver. There's the chaff. We're way too high. We're 3,000 feet up. I think this missile is not very useful. Air launch, supersonic. Yeah. It's radio commanded. And it got intercepted, I think. Wonderful. So their missile defenses here are too strong to send another missile into, at least for the time being. I only have one submarine left, and I have the gunnery fleet. Alright, let's just, well, probably speed up by about 2.5 hours or so, and see where that takes us. It's now 1832, and I have to make a decision. The K1 has a minimum range with those SSN-3s of 23 miles. That's that second range circle. The first one is the torpedo range. So anything that I want to hit, such as the Coons, is going to have to get eliminated pretty much now. But I also have to get up to periscope depth. And right now the boat's just stationary, doing nothing, and waiting for these things to close in. The problem is, I think they might detect me. Although they're running at 31 knots. So, the way that I see it, I can do one of several things. I can go and just stay quiet. And stay there, wait for these things to basically rush over me. I am below the layer. They cannot detect me, at least not with sonar, ideally. Actually, I should be below the layer. And that way, these guys are too loud. They, at least from what I'm seeing / hearing, they're not pinging away, so they don't have their sonars active. Their fast interdiction unit, their P3 has been eliminated, but they still have their helicopters. Although, those are about 20, 27 miles, 30 miles removed from my submarine. So I can just wait for these guys to race past me and then potentially present a torpedo to each one of them. The problem is, the ship might not survive. The good news is, in such a case, whereas I hit the Coons, the Galveston, and the Belknap with a torpedo, they will be eliminated. And that would open up the way for my fleet to eliminate the rest of the rest of the American fleet. Keep in mind, I have anti-air missiles. I have the the SAN-1s. The problem is the Americans are capable of using missiles, the standard missiles, out to farther ranges in an anti-ship role. Which is something I hadn't fully planned for when I built the scenario. They can definitely use those 35-mile range units to eliminate my units from afar. I might be able to intercept them, I might not, and I'm not really willing to bet on that. So, for now, I'm going to just stay dark. When these things sail over me, I'm going to present them with one torpedo each and hope that I survive. Just staying quiet, just launching from below the layer, and not doing much of anything. And then we'll engage the rest of those landing ships. There is a bit of an AI mishap going over here with the gearings. I'm not sure what they're doing, but this guy has decided that they want to take no part in any of this, and they want to retire early and move to Florida. The other gearing is, I don't know, it's 70 miles north of the formation. And I have no idea why. Oh. Krasny Krim says they have a missile inbound. What the hell? What got you? Oh god, you carry harpoons? Yes, you carry harpoons. Hold on a minute. Okay, so that was not strictly supposed to happen. The scenario is 1966. They're not supposed to have harpoons. But they do. At least the Coons does. The rest of the ships don't, so I accidentally added the Coons, which really isn't supposed to have that capability. Or rather, this class is not supposed to be here. I mean, when I was making this scenario, you can watch the live stream of that back on the live section of my videos. I had a discussion about adding an Iowa, but the Iowa that's in-game, that would actually be feasible for this period, just having an Iowa, because you're doing a landing, so you might want to have some coastal artillery standing by, or at least, let's say, off-coast artillery, in the form of an Iowa. But the Iowa that's in-game is only one version, which comes with harpoons and Tomahawk anti-ship missiles, so it's a bit much for what we have at the moment. Anyway, they know exactly where my formation is, so I'm going to tell this whole formation to go live with their sensors, because, yeah, there is a chance that we'll see more of those things come in. Those damn harpoons. I really wasn't expecting those. Because, well, they haven't been invented yet in this period. Unfortunately, that does come at the expense of one of my destroyers. They did try to intercept them, apparently, but no such thing. No luck. Maybe we can repay the favor with a torpedo. Unfortunately, before such a time, I still have to eliminate another missile. There's another RGM-84 coming in, and probably not one, most likely 2, 3, or 4. There you go. So, unless I can defend myself, I'm going to be short a few ships. Yeah, there's 4 of them. Come on. Missed. As long as they're going for my already sinking ship, it's fine, but I rather doubt that they are. Well, actually, what the hell is this harpoon doing? Yeah, they're going for the already sinking ship. These are not. These are going for the Grozny, which is my lead ship. Oh boy. I have also been seeing some comments saying, why didn't you activate your chaff on your ships? because the AI does it automatically. If you look at the Chaff right now, it says Chaff 0045, which means the Chaff launchers are reloading. So it's not like I forget about Chaff, it's just that the AI manages it for me. They pick the best moment. There's the Chaff cloud from the Grozny. And this means that I don't have to do much about it. This one's gonna miss. This one's gonna miss. This one is probably not. Oh god. Don't kill me. Yeah, you're gonna... What? What was that? Holy crap. I think describing that as lucky would be underselling it. What the hell? How did we survive that missile? That was going right for the Grozny. And then it changed course? It's not like we have jammers or ECM or anything. What happened there? Did you suddenly get attracted by a chaff cloud? No, because you have all your chaff. You don't. You also chaffed. Maybe it suddenly saw a chaff cloud coming off of the Komsomolets and decided that that was going to be a more interesting target? I don't know. But we survived the harpooning. And now we can continue back on our submarine plan. My group's now finally in range to do something about this sea sprite, which has just been shadowing my fleet. And, well, given my limited anti-air options, I couldn't exactly move in and shoot it. So when it ventured within the 16-mile range, that's when I can kill it. So we got one SAN-1 moving up to meet it. And if we can finally eliminate that guy, maybe we can stay concealed for a second. Up until the point where we, of course, get within radar range of the rest of the boats. And did we get it? Yeah, it's gone. Okay, excellent. Under these conditions, the way I see it, I have a few options. I can either go dark, I can turn all my radars back off, or I can keep them active. Given the range of these ships and their capabilities, which is an anti-ship missile, or rather, let's say, a standard missile, capable of going after both surface targets and air targets, it's probably better to keep the radars active, so that I can at least see these things coming in, if the AI decides to use those as an anti-ship platform. I'm not sure if they will. Do I still have a... No, I don't have a helicopter on any of these ships. Okay. What's your gunnery range, Ryshakov? B-38s. 152mm guns are 6-inch. 12.69 miles. So we still need a bunch more. 12.69, so let's say 12.7. There. That's your gunnery range. As for these things... 8 miles. With a 76mm gun. They have torpedoes, but it's anti-submarine only. And then they got RBU 6000s if you're feeling very optimistic. Now, we have unfortunately lost sight to this ship here. I'm going to turn the the surface search radar on. I want to know where that thing is before I lose it completely, like that. So it was going like that. Much like its friends. Those other ships are still pretty far back. It's like these guys are rushing forward. The question is why? Are they just hoping to eliminate all my ships? Are they clearing the way, or is the AI having some sort of brain fart? I'm not sure which one it is. At this point, the Galveston and the Belknap are about 15 and 16.5 miles removed, but we're missing one. So I'm gonna pop up above the layer and see if I can find that other ship. Where did that Coons go? Where is he hiding? There he is. Right in front of me at 31 knots. Choices, choices. Do these guys have the RUR-5? I don't think they do. No. They guys, in fact, have no anti-submarine warfare. They have no options. These guys do. RUR-5, Mark 46. So I can send a torpedo after this target. And they might not even know about it. Let's go. Torpedo it and go below the layer. We might need to be aligning first. Which means changing our course a little bit, but I rather hope we don't. There we go. Torpedo away. No, 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 no. Go below the layer. Below. What's your problem? We're supposed to be hiding. Launch a torpedo and then disappear. 227. There we go again. Below the layer. Good. One wake homing torpedo. And there is a wake. The problem is the K1 is an anti... Well, it's not strictly an anti-something submarine. It's a missile submarine. So it is mostly there to deal with launching missiles. It is not strictly there to use its torpedoes against targets, although it can. At this point, I'm kind of expecting that torpedo to go wakey wakey and homey homey, because the target is right there. Come on, dude. I have seen these torpedoes do some impressive feats of sunnily turning. Come on. Still rushing away? Yeah, 31 knots. So they're mostly incapable of hearing anything. I think the location of this torpedo is accurate. I think the location of that ship is not, at least not on the map. Come on, there's a massive wake behind that ship. Go pick it up. Come on. If this thing does decide that it wants to fire back along the line of bearing, it's going to find the K1 easily. That's my biggest concern right now. Did we just flat out miss? That's annoying. Let's launch another. We probably cannot launch our torpedoes from that depth. We're gonna have to go 329. Okay, fine. Yeah, they're right there. Shit. No, we'll stop. Let him pass. Let him pass, let him pass, let him pass. Below the layer. Shit, we launched anyway. The ship was already following orders, I guess. Perhaps this torpedo is going to have a better chance killing off that Coons, but it means I only have 2 shots left. The Set 40 and the Set 65 are just sheerly anti-submarine weapons. They cannot do anything else. Oh, please find that wake. Please find that wake. And please kill it before it can kill me. Come on. What is with these torpedoes? Am I just launching them wrong? Because I'm basically telling the submarine to engage. See, the Galveston might now be in range. If they can find that wake. But they're having difficulty. And this thing... What's your seeker cone? They don't even have a seeker cone. The hell? Okay, fine. Oh, hold on a minute. Is this thing changing course? It's now searching for something. It's a little late. But it might be finding the Galveston. This thing is... It's changing course, but... Well... You might have something. It's almost like it found the wake. I just hope that I can catch up. We haven't expended too much energy on the torpedo yet. Making some course changes. Unfortunately, we missed the Galveston and the Belknap. Maybe I should launch these torpedoes as they're passing me. Come on. Get it done. Get it done. We're doing 45 knots, they're doing 31 knots. As far as I know, they don't have a tow to rate. Even if they do, I doubt it'll make much of a difference. 1 mile out. 0.9. What? The Admiral Ushakov? A light cruiser says there's a torpedo inbound. What? What are you talking about? The hell? Did the Americans sneak in a submarine? I don't recall giving them a submarine, but that's not necessarily correct. Come on, finish off this destroyer, please. I just don't understand why there would be a torpedo coming from the Ushakov. Or coming for the Ushakov, rather. New ESM 7098. One of those things. It's not a problem. Oh, there, it's a helo. This torpedo is looking pretty good. It's looking pretty good. K1's only 5 miles away from Galveston Belknap. Yeah, I think we have him. We have him. There's the active sonar. Too little, too late. Is there actually a torpedo in the water, or are you just drinking too much vodka again? The thing is, if the Ushakov would have seen a torpedo, they'd probably be dead by now. Because they don't even have a sonar. It's just a light cruiser. The way that they would detect a torpedo is looking at the water and going, hold on. That's not supposed to be there. Surprise, surprise. Okay. That should have taken out the propulsion. And the question is now, how much flooding did that do to them? I don't know. Their stern isn't exactly sitting much lower than it should be, but their bow is rising a little higher than it should. So yeah, they are flooding. They're flooding pretty badly at that. I think we have them. Okay, so we can do the same thing to the Galveston and the Belknap. That'd be fantastic, because then we can just gun down the Austin and company. Or even send in the torpedo boats to go after them. Flank. Yeah, Kunst is having a really, really floody day. And all because I have one stationary weapon platform in the middle of their formation. There you go, Kunst is gone. Another one who stood against me falls. But, as you can see, there are plenty of Americans left. We still need to stand strong for Cuba. We do need to stop those landing ships. Join me in part 3 to see how that ends. If you're a member, you can watch it right away. Thank you for watching. I'll see you soon for part 3.